Ah, my friend. You will never believe what happened to me just last night. But anyways, before we get to that, let me just do the brief introduction. My goodness. In this particular video, my friend, I'll be sharing with you a very important strategy that we all have to keep front and center when it comes to remembering the importance of this thing called the influence of our friends. This is something powerful you don't want to miss. All right? Yeah. Dimitri here. Let's get right into it. As I've been saying over the past few months, over the past few years, we are all, more specifically, I am the average of the 5 key people I spend most time with. The things I do, what I choose, the way I think, how I feel about certain things is shaped greatly by the quality of the people I actually surround myself with. And the closest people that actually I get to spend most time with get to shape who I am consciously, on a subconscious level and on an unconscious level, because everything they do, our interaction, it leaves traces in me that are not just physical but also mental, spiritual, emotional, and so on and so forth. Because you know what? We are affected by the things that we actually see on a daily basis. And this is something key. As a matter of fact, before I get deep, deeper into this, let me just remind you something very key. This gentleman a few years ago came up with this amazing principle called the Pareto Principle, the 80-20 principle, that 80% of the result we get in life are based on the 20% of the things that we do on a daily basis. And when you actually apply that to the context of relationship, you're going to come to see one key thing. That 80% of the results you get on a daily basis are based on the 20% of influence that you get when it comes to the quality of people around you. So if you want to see a tremendous or radical change when it comes to the result you're getting, my friend, just focus on the 20% of the people who are most influential over your life when it comes to the people you spend most time with, because they are getting to shape you consciously, subconsciously, and also unconsciously. So you have to pay close attention to that, because if you don't, my friend, slowly but surely you're gonna see yourself actually becoming someone you never meant to become. And here's a story I wanted to share with you. Last night, I keep saying to myself, of all the days, of all the time when this could have happened, the timing was so uncanny. Last night, I found myself at an event somewhere in the community. As I went there, I just as a participant. My wife was speaking. I was just there as a participant. I was not saying anything. I was just sitting there, minding my own business, not opening my mouth to ask questions or to answer anything. I was just sitting in the background. But then something strange happened. At one point, a young girl came and started talking to one of my nieces and was asking her a question. Says, is this gentleman, it can be of Congolese descent. This gentleman, it must be, where is he from? And of course, my niece turned to me and said, oh yeah, come. There's a funny question I've been asking. So I come and says, here's the question. And I started laughing. I said, if I tell the story without actually any evidence, nobody will believe me. So I come grab my daughter. I said, please come listen to the story. Of course, she listened to the question and we both started laughing. Why? Because this was so funny. Just less than 3 or 4 days ago, I was talking to you about the experience I had a few years ago. A group of people talking to you about me in a language I thought I would never be able to actually speak. And when I started speaking back to them, they were completely shocked. And why am I telling you this story? Because what happened to me yesterday, it didn't come to me as a surprise. Why? Because the girl had the right to ask this question. Because I know that on a daily basis, when it comes to the quantity and people actually are closest to me, I would say 99% of the time, it's not people from where I come from. Why am I saying that? Because I rarely get the opportunity right now to get to spend time with people from my former community. So it only makes sense that I'm slowly becoming someone that they can't really recognize. Yet, as I'm still a part of the culture, I'm still a part of the tribe. I'm saying this because it's very important to understand that wherever you are right now is a clear indication of the quality of people you actually surround yourself with. And someone said to me, Dimitri, this is just subjective, this is just your own personal story, please. And as a matter of fact, just give us something more palatable or something more concrete, far beyond your own experience. I would simply say, let's just go to the life of this magnate by the name of Aristotle Onassis. When Aristotle Onassis moved to Argentina in the early 1900s, he said to himself, I'm moving to this country with only barely $100 in my pockets. I'm moving to this country, I have absolutely no one that can actually support me. As a matter of fact, he was so broke that in order for them to actually be able to share the accommodation they have, he and his cousin had to take turns when it comes to the bed. So one will be working at night, so one the other will be sleeping, and the other will be then actually going to work when the other comes to actually occupy the bedroom, and more specifically, the bed. But in the midst of that, Aristotle Onassis said to himself, this is just temporary, but I know where I'm going, and I'm going to focus on where I'm going. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be intentional. I'm going to make sure I surround myself with the people and the conversation of the things I want to actually be a part of as far as the future is concerned. So what did he do? Number one, when it comes to his job, telephone job as an operator. Back in the days when an operator would receive a phone call, simply say, yes, this is Mr. John Smith calling. I would like to be connected to Mr. Dimitri Boy in Canada. So Miss Aristotle Onassis may say, okay, what I'm connected to Mr. Dimitri Boy in Canada. So he simply said, instead of just connecting the phone and just accessing the conversation, he will simply stay there in the background just listening to what these intelligent and powerful people actually saying to one another. And one thing led to another. This came to actually shape I was actually seeing the world. And eventually he used his intelligence to go on to actually start investing in stock market and made some big money. Number one. Number two, he says, I'm not just going to stop there. I'm also going to go spend time with all the rich people actually spending time with when it comes to the city of Buenos Aires. I'm going to go there, dress the way they dress. Go there and just like I can absorb as much as possible when it comes to the psyche of the people who actually operate at this next level. And after doing that, one thing led to another. He said to himself, now I'm starting to see things, because you can only see things once your mind has been actually shifted. Because as he started looking at the world of the elite, he started saying to himself, oh my goodness, the elite loves one thing. They love to smoke cigarettes. But I'm looking at the needs of these people. I can see that the needs are not being met properly because they're smoking cigarettes of inferior quality. So how about I go into distribution deal so I can actually find a way to actually bring the best tobacco into this country? He approached the local cigarette manufacturer in Buenos Aires. They turned him down because they simply say, yeah, you're a young man. What do you know about the cigarette business? And plus, you are completely brand new in this country, so we're not going to pay you any mind. He simply said, if you're going to actually discard my idea, if you're going to actually put me down, at least I know one thing. From the conversation of these elite people I've been actually part of over the phone, I know that the elite always said to themselves, if there's basically there's a will, there must be a way. And because no one seems to see the opportunity as far as this thing is concerned, I am going to get myself into the tobacco business. And of guess what? The rest is history. Because he got into the business, and before he actually made a dent in the universe, and from that point, he was simply went on to do other things and become ultimately the magnet that history came to remember, one of the barons out of Europe. All right, I'm going to stop here right now. But before I go, one key assignment for you to consider is the following. Considering the 80-20 principle, the Pareto Principle, your job in the scene is to simply focus on making sure that you are intentional when it comes to the quality of people that you have in front of you. Because these people come to determine the 80% of results you get on a daily basis. So be intentional. If there's absolutely no one around you who can actually shape you to become the man or woman you want to become, my friend, jump on the internet, jump online, just go look for people you believe represent the quality of people you're going to be meeting at the next level. And absorb as much as possible, because the more you do on a daily basis intentionally, my friend, the more they're going to shape you to start seeing things differently. And as your personality changes, guess what's going to happen? Your brain is going to kick in and simply start giving you something really key. The RAS, the reticular activating system. It will start now opening your mind to see opportunities that were always there. You never saw them because you were not trained to see the world the way that they see the world. All right? Love you so much. The best is yet to come. And as I keep saying, in order for the best to manifest, you and I have to be intentional. All right? Before I go, 4 key things for you to do. Number one, please make sure you smash the like button so YouTube knows we're delivering great value as far as what we do. on the daily basis is concerned. Number two, please make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. Number two, please make sure to share this video with as many people as possible in our community so that you can also get to benefit from what we do on a daily basis. Last but not least, please make sure to subscribe, alright? And hit the notification bell so that next time we put together a video, you can be marked the first one to see the video, alright? Love you so much. The best is yet to come. And for this video, I'm out. Take good care.